Welcome to Charlottesville, Mr. Jefferson's University, the University of Virginia, where fans have been flooding the ground since early this morning. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on a team from the ACC, the Virginia Cavaliers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Cavaliers will put total leather and we'll get started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Terrapins offense will get the first swing of the game. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling, the temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
And the Terrapins headed quickly to the line. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these two big powerhouse conferences, they'll do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder. Back in conference realignment, it was the best 4 programs from the Pac-12 that all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC, so this one will be interesting.
The Terrapins decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. So the Virginia Cavaliers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
This just is such a great job of getting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays, so him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside will be a great matchup.
Finds his target down the middle. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Calandria. Fires to the tight end. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponents. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. Handoff from the gun. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. And the Terrapins want to move quickly. They'll try the run. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
The Terrapins have their offense in high gear. Quick strike complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Terrapins! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kid who is so important to this team.
Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. They'll give it to the back. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the 1st down.
Quickly complete. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give him a 1st down.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
On the ground, it's Pace. Runs through a tackle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding, offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Offense set on 1st down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
The play action fake. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Now this defense could really use a stop on 3rd down as the offense has had its way. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The Cavaliers come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking for a man. It's Calandria. Got him downfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia!
Such a nice job by the wide receiver there on the corner route. He did a nice job off of the stem, not telegraphing where he was going. The defender had no idea. And when he broke to the corner, he created a little bit of separation. There was an accurate throw. He made the catch and then took it into the end zone.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So he gets stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit. Yeah,
we're probably going to have to throw it now on this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to take off. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all of the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play actions, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. And the Terrapins look to keep this drive humming. Gets it out quickly. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
The Terrapins get enough for the first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Handoff from the shotgun. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. And this will be the 9th play of the drive. Looking for a crease. It's Ray. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Edwards. Gets it out fast. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
Really nice job there of the quarterback reading coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. 3rd and goal from way back there. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it, and he will score! Touchdown, Maryland! Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the officials see something to bring it back? The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. From the gun, running back gets the give. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Calandria. Makes his connection. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
And the Cavaliers will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Using the quick game. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were. That's why they got the 1st down.
Now on 2nd down. Looking for a gap. It's Pace. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Second down coming up. Looking to throw it again. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. It's a draw. Hard running there. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Cavaliers send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
They'll throw it on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Handoff to the lone back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you've got the offense right where you want it.
And the Terrapins will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the yoke. Offense getting set for first down. He wants to throw. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. Power football with the run. And he could not get loose on the run.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Really good job by the defense, understanding third down, the situation of the game. I play a little bit deeper, take away the sticks, react to shorter. I got to go get him on the ground now. Nice job making the tackle, but playing the down and distance first, and now forcing the forward.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. The Terrapins want to pick up the tempo. It's a 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Line getting set on second down. Dropping back, it's Edwards. He'll try to do it himself. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Caught close to the marker, it's Hemby. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do.
And the ball's loose in the backfield. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Finds his tight end.
Man, and tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be. Today, they're just like big wide receivers. So defensively, how do you stop it? Do you have someone who has the physical dimensions to match up with this guy one-on-one? You might not. And if you don't, are you comfortable putting a slower linebacker on him, or do you want to put a smaller DB that might not be able to tackle him? It's a real difficult puzzle to figure out.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Cavaliers line up to punt it away. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Got out of trouble and throws. He looks that one in nicely. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Edwards. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Smith.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw through a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on the line to his wide receiver.
It's complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Excellent situational awareness to make the grab and get just enough of that first down.
And how about the play call? They didn't want to hold on to the football. They wanted to get that thing out of their hand, trust the receiver to make the catch, and then what does he do? Gets the first down, gets out of bounds. New set of downs for this offense.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's looking to throw it. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. Between the uprights, it's good. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys. And I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion. And no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive play. Panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, an excellent field position for this offense.
You know, the field's about 53 yards wide. Got to kick it between those 53 yards, or else the drive will start on the 40. A first down for the offense.
He's going to pass. Fires to the tight end. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. They move the tight end all over. They'll keep it on the ground. Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a first down. The Cavaliers are in the hurry-up.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. Dropping back, it's Calandria. He's got the back in the middle. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. This is a makeable field goal distance, but this offense is thinking touchdowns. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll try to pick up the first. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. And the Cavaliers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your O-line, I say go for it every time.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming. After missing the connection last time, it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. Gonna run it. It's Pace. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And here comes the field goal unit. He's already put 3 on the board. They get through and it's blocked. And they scoop it up. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touched.
He's got it down the right side. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. Hold and fire complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now the play fake. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Leaves it with the back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. And the Terrapins in the hurry-up. They go to the ground. He'll be tackled at the 49 after a pickup of 5. The Terrapins are on the move. Comes out throwing on first down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. To throw, it's Edwards. Quarterback now breaking the field. Trying to make magic with his feet. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. He'll come out throwing on first down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Terrapins! And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Bringing it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game...
After the filthy move, he's got room. Can anyone catch him? The tag! And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cavaliers!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. And the Terrapins racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to pass. It's Edwards. Out of the backfield, he's open. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking for space. It's Hemby. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Motion from the offense. They want to run it left here. Makes him talk to the hand. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Hold it. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They'll line up for a second down play. Right back to the well. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Big third down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
You talk about taking the wind out of a crowd. A fourth down conversion will do that.
Yeah, they were jacked up in here, excited. The fans get loud, rush the passer, and how about the conversion? The big fourth down conversion here in the third quarter to give yourself some life in a tight ball game.
A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
To the air, it's Edwards. Fires toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Maryland!
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
31, Virginia, 17.
And here's the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Wide receiver shows motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Fields. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Harris. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. The Cavaliers moving quickly to the line.
Hey, it's important on offense in the passing game. You got to have balance, and I mean you got to be able to attack different thirds of the field. You got to work the perimeter to both sides, but you got to let the defense know too that you're not afraid to go over the middle. They did right there.
So that was a lightning fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
Third down coming up.
A 3rd and long coming up here. They'll run play action. Looking deep down the right side. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll pull it on the read. Got room at the 35. Hit the afterburners, kid. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Looking downfield, it's Edwards. Quick strike complete. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
He wants it all. makes a catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins! That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Fires it incomplete.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
He finds his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. That's caught. It's Pace. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down.
Lost one deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
Safe completion on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Probably the only people upset about going for it on fourth down, the punters, who don't seem to see the field as much as they used to.
Now when you've got a running back like that, he just has like a sixth sense. He always seems like he can just find the crease, especially in these short yardage situations. He comes up with a...
What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money. And the Cavaliers have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The Cavaliers want to crank the tempo. To the air. It's Calandria. Trying to get to it. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires to the right. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Lofts one high and deep. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And that running back essentially just did everything right. Not only did he rip off a 9-yard run with the lead late in the game, but he stayed in bounds. He had the awareness that if I stay in bounds, the clock keeps running, and it increases our chances of...
And he breaks into the open. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Maryland! And the route is on. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And with this touchdown, man, you got to get a little bit excited. Getting your first win of the season. First 2 weeks has not gone how you wanted it to go. But today, put a good game together. Offense now scoring this last touchdown. Defense go out. Hold on. Don't make big mistakes. And you got your first dub of the season.
Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Back to throw, it's Calandria. This one's complete.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Setting up the screen. At the 45 on its way. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. He wants to throw it again. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Feeling some heat. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Looking to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to throw, it's Calandria. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Cavaliers with the 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Virginia.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They took it 71 yards down the field. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. First down here for the offense. They'll run it. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they didn't. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.